Hello. My name is Quatechia and you are watching Quatechia Creates. Hello, besties. So, if you aren't aware, I have recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and I am super excited about that. So, I wanted to update my intro video so you guys could know a little bit about me for my new subscribers, and maybe those that are subscribed will learn a little bit more about me, okay? So, let's just jump into it. So, I am the owner of Tiny Tumblers and Designs LLC. Also, the face behind Quatechia Creates, obviously. I am originally from Darlington, South Carolina. I'm a wife. I am a mom of two beautiful children, a 14-year-old and a 3-year-old. I am also a sister, a daughter, an auntie, a cousin, and so much more, including a registered nurse. So I have always wanted to start a YouTube channel. Like, that's something that I've wanted to do, like, in the back of my mind. But I was, working as a registered nurse, and like, who got time for that? A couple years into my Tumbler making journey, I ended up quitting my job, and my husband basically told me, like, after I done, been home for quite some time, he told me that it was time for me to, make some friends. So I decided to start a YouTube channel instead. I had, quit my job as a labor and delivery nurse after I had a miscarriage the end of July in 2021, and I was looking for something to, help me along that healing journey. It's now been about a year since then, and I am still very much on that healing journey train situation. So here I am. Like, that's one of the things that has inspired me to just start my channel, because crafting has always been like an outlet for me. Like, when I'm going through a lot up here, I just go more into like crafting and just doing things with my hands, and it just helps. It's a great escape for me. So I've used my crafting as that outlet. Backing it up, when I did start like working on glitter tumblers back in the day, and I was doing like all of this research back in the day, is in 2019, not that long ago, the end of 2019 at that. So not that long ago, but when I did start like looking into making glitter tumblers, like, I found a lot of amazing creators. And I will say Jessica Flynn of the Flynn Sisters Boutique is like, I consider her my mentor, and she's amazing. And that's one of the YouTube creators that I kind of, I followed. Okay, so I have watched her growth like from the very beginning. Like, I remember being one of those that was waiting on a new video to come out and excited when it did come out. And like, I was one of the first to watch it when it released, and I really did love that. However, when I did get started, like, I didn't see many Tumblr artists and YouTube creators that look like me. So that is one of the reasons that that is one of the reasons that I was inspired to create my own channel, because, just trying to sprinkle a little diversity out there in the world. That's all. All are welcome, okay? I don't care what color you are. I don't care your race. I don't care your nationality. I do not care. But I just want, more of me. I want to see more of me. And I'm sure there's other people out there who want to see more of me. That is it. That's all I'm going to say about that, okay? When I got started, I was doing a whole lot of research, and I came across a video from Auntie Tay, and she was talking about the dangers of epoxy and how she had been making tumblers for a while, and she wasn't aware of how dangerous epoxy was. And she had started having reactions from the epoxy. I think it was, I want to say that it was titled something like "Epoxy Almost Killed Me," or something like that. Am I being dramatic? I feel like that's what the video said, or the title was. But anywho, I remember seeing that video and it made me like do some more research. And while all of these like epoxy creators were out, not all of these, but it was a lot. It was quite a few. There was a selection. Okay, I came across Crystalac. Crystalac is an epoxy-free alternative, but at the time there was like not much information out. Like I saw no. I'm gonna say no. Quatechia Renee, I saw no YouTube videos on this Crystalac situation. I did come across groups for Crystalac teaching, and there was like tutorials in the group at the time, but not really tutorials. There was more like, you know, look, the content on Facebook and YouTube, they're kind of different. It wasn't very helpful. Like the videos that were on Facebook wasn't very helpful. So I even considered back then in 2019, like starting my own YouTube channel, like surrounded around Crystalac products. But I was like, Quatechia, you don't know how to use Crystalac. Like nobody, it looks like nobody knows how to use Crystalac. But I had considered that in 2019. I tried Crystalac. I was using the bright tone and the extreme protection on my tumblers, and y'all, it wasn't given. I put the Crystalac to the side, and then I purchased me some epoxy, and I started working with epoxy, and y'all, I fell in love. Like now in the beginning, I was unclear on the actual protective equipment that was needed. I wasn't using the proper protective equipment. I think I had like a dust mask. Like I was just getting started. Like I was just playing with the epoxy, like trying to figure out if I liked it. Anyway, fast forward, I did realize that I need to upgrade my mask, and I did. I upgraded to an organic respirator mask. I've since trashed the type that I first started using. But anywho, I upgraded my mask, and yeah, so I was using organic respirators, not having an issue or not noticing an issue while I was using the epoxy. Fast forward, I started my YouTube channel in February, y'all. I started having reactions, or I started having more reactions, and I started becoming aware of the reactions that I was having. Maybe March, April is when I started noticing them. And my reactions was, and I would have on a mask. I would like to say that. But I get breakouts in my face, and it was like every time I used it. So I had orders. I was constantly working with epoxy like every day. And I started noticing that like I was getting like breakouts and stuff. And they would be like the huge like knots. And I'd get them on my face. And then I started noticing I would get them like behind my ears too. And I would get headaches. And also, even like when I would be like actively working with them, like I could feel like I would start coughing, and like I could just feel like the kind of like sinus drainage situation going on. I tried changing my mask a couple of times and changing the filters and all of that stuff, and it didn't help. I was still having reactions, and then even got to the point where I was having reactions when I was around epoxy, and it wasn't even like mixed. So my allergy or sensitivity to the epoxy got kind of, I feel severe, because if I'm coughing while I'm using it, that means it's getting to my lungs. That's the problem. So also, I want to let you guys, and I'm telling you guys about my allergy, my sensitivity, in case you're also experiencing these things and you don't realize that they are epoxy related. Those are the symptoms. Those are some of the symptoms. Different people have different levels of sensitivity. Just pay attention. Pay attention if you're having those symptoms. If you're currently using epoxy and you're having those symptoms, know that those are symptoms and just be careful and, make the best decision for you. So I tried to stick it out with epoxy, but I just realized that, epoxy didn't love me as much as I love epoxy, and I still love epoxy, but we can't be together, because I just refuse to, continue this toxic relationship, like literally. Okay, so I went into Crystalac tumblers, and it's like full circle, kinda. I ended up working with Crystal tumblers, and now I am epoxy free. I'm not working with epoxy anymore. We're done. And the good thing is the Crystal company has recently come out with a new top coat, and it is called Grande Finale. Finale. I'm just gonna say finale because it's giving me Spanish vibes. It's grande finale, whatever. Anywho, so it was created specifically for tumblers. So the bright tone, extreme protection, that stuff was not created with tumbler makers in mind. It was something that somebody came across that worked on tumblers, and everybody just went with it. And that's why there wasn't a lot of information out there with it. But I mean, I guess the same is true for epoxy. I don't think epoxy was created for tumblers. It's just what somebody decided to do, and everybody jumped on. So anywho, here we are. Grande Finale was created for tumblers with tumbler makers in mind. You know, I'm still learning it. I'm still working with it. I do like it more than I like the bright tone. I still have some bright tone, so I'm trying to use everything that I have, but I just placed a second order for some Grande Finale. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. Now I am working with Crystal epoxy free tumblers, and you know, I'm learning, and there are more creators on YouTube and that's teaching how to use those like epoxy free products on your tumblers. And now y'all, I am one of them. Okay. No more epoxy tutorials. So sorry. Not gonna happen. If you haven't already, you should go ahead and subscribe to my channel. What you will find on this channel is going to be epoxy free tumbler tutorials that are beginner friendly and other projects. So this channel is going to be perfect for you if you are a craft hobby enthusiast or a side hustle, small business running boss babe. This channel is going to be perfect for you because I'll be doing a ton of things. I'm also getting into sublimation, which I am so excited about, and I do have some tutorials coming. I'm super excited about those. You'll not only find tutorials that are tumbler related, but you'll find tutorials on all kinds of things like glitter wine glasses, etched glasses, wine bottles, rhinestone projects, snow globe tumblers, sublimation projects, keychains, and even some DIY home decor. Like I feel like I'm a very crafty person. I enjoy crafting. And like I said, it is definitely my escape, and it's helping me on my healing journey. And I'm constantly learning new things and coming up with new ideas, and I just love sharing them with everybody. So if that sounds like, you know, something you're interested in, then you should definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I currently post videos every week. I originally committed to twice a week, and I am so sorry because I did not realize like, being completely transparent, I didn't realize the amount of work that it takes to film and edit a YouTube video. So once a week is all I can do right now. But as you know, my channel grows, I hope to be able to get into creating content for you guys, or uploading content for you guys at least twice a week. So that is to come. But right now, y'all, all I'm going to agree to is once a week. Okay, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, again, go ahead, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Also, I'll be doing a 1K giveaway, and the details will be down in my description box, so be sure to check out down there. Make sure you like this video, you guys. If you haven't already, turn on your notifications. I have all of my socials listed down in the description box also, so you can follow me if you want to. Turn on your notification bell, join my Facebook group, do all of the things so that we can stay in touch. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. I am very active in my comment section, and I respond to all my comments. And you guys, I think that is it for now. Until next time. Bye-bye.